All right, so today we are going to react to wives horrified after learning husband's evil secret. Let's see this.
This case that I'm working happened here in Tulsa.
Is it a female?
It is. It is. And this case that I'm working happened here in Tulsa.
Is it a female?
It is. It is. And his DNA is all over her. She was dumped in a dumpster.
That's crazy.
This woman has just realized that her husband was involved in a gruesome, cold-blooded murder. But even more shocking was the brutal nature of the crime.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
What?
It looks like she's got like a t-shirt wrapped around her neck. Maybe they used that to drag her.
She was packed with organic matter in both cavities.
Whoever's doing that is a sick dude.
The wounds on her body painted a grim picture of her dark final moments. But this was just the beginning. Trying to solve the case, detectives would stumble upon some shocking leads that would change the entire course of the investigation.
Did you say anything about she got what she deserved?
No, sir. No.
If she left at 6 o'clock, how are you taking pictures of her at 9 o'clock?
I don't remember doing that.
He's engaging her now. He's asking her for directions. He waits for this truck to pass. You can see him like pulling, and then he drags her off to another location.
Why did she scream? She's
around 9 a.m. on the quiet morning of Tuesday, April 25th, 2017, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, a chilling 911 call shocked the city.
911, do you hear police, fire, medical? Police and ambulance. What's going on, ma'am? I just get into my work.
Yeah.
And I found blood. It's a heavy blood all the way to the parking lot.
W citizen.
There's blood all the way to the trash can.
Responding to the 911 call, detectives from the Tulsa Police Department arrived at the crime scene.
They
discovered the body of a naked woman covered in blood, lying in a dumpster in a parking lot. She had a t-shirt entangled around her neck, and her body had been wrapped in a carpet.
That's
Looks like
crazy.
it starts here. Got some brownish looking blood right here. And then you got drag marks all the way up the sidewalk.
Looking at the body, it was no mystery that the woman had endured violence and suffered through extreme pain in her final moments. Investigating the body further, detectives concluded that the woman was killed last night, April 24th, 2017, sometime between 8 and 9 p.m.
Looks like they dragged her around the back.
Do you have any clothes on?
Don't look like it. Looks like she's wrapped in the carpet. She's in there.
Oh,
No, that's
pretty
crazy.
bad.
Imagine opening that.
she's face down, dark-headed, nude for what we can see. Come up with a name for her yet? She's got some pretty distinctive tattoos on her back, on the shoulder blades. Crazy girl. It looks like she's got like a t-shirt wrapped around her neck. Maybe they used that to drag her.
Looking around the dumpster, investigators found blood spatters and drag marks all the way to the edge of the parking lot. Just upon a glance, detectives could tell that something sinister had happened here.
Hey, Jason.
It could be a sexual assault kind of situation. I don't know. But I was thinking about that guy, that homeless lady, a mile from here, 2 weeks ago. Assaulted her.
This could be the step up for him.
That's just a theory.
That's so sad, bro.
The neighborhood where the heinous crime took place was a refuge for a lot of homeless people. And right across the parking lot where the woman's body was found, there was a house that caught the police's attention. Thinking that there might be someone in that house who must have seen what went down here last, detectives approached the house.
Let's hope.
All right, so this house right here,
Yeah.
a bunch of homeless hang out there. Max talked to some of them. There's a light skin, either white or Hispanic female, who's always walking around this area with a guy described as my height, about 40, Indian male, wears a ponytail.
They spent the next few hours inspecting that house and interviewing the people sheltered there, and what they uncovered next would give this investigation a direction to start with.
The guy's nickname is Monkey, and the girl who looks like your victim is possibly named Amy.
We haven't been inside there yet, that happened. Okay.
Inside the house, detectives found a medical prescription for a man named Gumercindo Jurado, who is commonly known as Monkey. On top of that,
Monkey.
detectives also stumbled upon some medication for a woman named Amy Robertson. Upon further questioning, the people living in the house at the time said that Amy and Monkey were a couple, and that they hadn't seen Amy since last night. Following this string led the detectives to more evidence which confirmed the victim's identity. The woman lying dead in the dumpster across the street was 43-year-old Amy Robertson.
No.
1873.
That's the right.
Yeah, Amy Robertson.
After identifying the victim as Amy, detectives were able to dig deeper into her past with the hopes of finding any clues. Amy was born and raised in Tulsa, and although she had worked on and off for a machine parts manufacturing company, she had been living in the streets for quite a few years. She had 13 siblings, 3 sons, and 3 grandchildren, but she was not in frequent touch with any of them. Detectives decided to pass on the tragic news of Amy's murder to Amy's father.
Amy's at the medical examiner's office, and that's who you guys will need to talk to make arrangements. Well, thank you for your time, and if you need anything, feel free to call me, okay? All right, you bet. Take care. Man, it's one of the hardest things to do is notify a family member, a parent especially. The loss of a child is going to be devastating no matter what the matter is.
Amy's cause of death was presumed to be strangulation. The gruesome and wicked nature of this crime made it look like someone had a personal grudge against her. Only someone with pure hatred towards Amy could have done this. At that moment, finding Monkey, Amy's boyfriend, became the topmost priority for the investigators. He was now their #1 suspect.
2
Especially if
local
he's
transients
down.
said, tattoo, that's her name. Crazy girl. Amy is crazy girl, and they said Monkey and Amy are an item. They fight a lot. They were fighting yesterday.
We're looking for Monkey?
Amy deserved justice, and the detectives were determined and eager to get to the culprit before it was too late. Interviewing more people from the crime scene neighborhood, investigators uncovered something that would turn out to be crucial for further investigation and shed more light on Amy and Monkey's
wife. That's weird.
Relationship.
Gumercindo Jurado.
IDML.
Sounds like the guy that they were describing.
Yeah, the picture. The homeless people know Monkey. They're more than happy to help.
Okay. Is this Monkey?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sit tight, gentlemen. That's Monkey. What about just sticking his noggin on the news?
News. Yeah. They're together. They're always fighting. They were seen yesterday fighting. They live here. Solid person of interest.
On top of that, 2 people came forward and told the detectives that they had seen Amy and Monkey having a heated exchange just the previous night, which was the night Amy was believed to be murdered on.
I don't understand the title. Is Amy Monkey's wife? And then, wait. Am I being glitched right now? What do you mean, bro? Probably a normal partner reacts normally and what? I don't understand.
Detectives now wondered if that argument ever turned physical.
If you look, she's got wounds all over. I think he bludgeoned her, caused all the damage to her face.
Because why does he see a husband? And why does he see a husband?
Those contusions.
Where's the wife part?
Hoping for some DNA.
Where's the husband part?
How was she killed?
Are they married?
Probably strangulation was the ultimate method. It seems like there's a whole lot of anger in that, Dave. Strangulation is very personal.
Monkey was already a person of interest in Amy's terrifying murder, but this new information shed more light on Monkey's true nature. And with that, a citywide hunt began.
A citywide hunt for him.
In the efforts of hunting down Monkey, detectives interviewed more people, searched the areas he was commonly seen in, and even ran his details through their database, but nothing turned up. With their hopes diminishing, they decided to share Monkey's details with the press, thinking that someone would recognize him, come forward, and lead them to him.
The more people we have looking, the better.
If we find this guy like now, he's probably gonna have
Got
blood.
blood. Yeah.
But before any news channels could broadcast Monkey's picture, detectives received a call from one of the patrol officers in the city. This officer had spotted a man who resembled Monkey's physical description. When the officer approached the man, his suspicion turned to confirmation. That man was, in fact, Monkey.
He actually has a warrant.
Let's go look for him at 3rd Utica.
Yeah, go ahead.
Officers have a guy at 1st Utica. There's any Monkey description.
It's him, definitely. But there's no blood on him that I can see. I'll find out, I guess, when we get downtown.
Monkey was immediately taken into custody and brought in for questioning.
Do you know why we're here?
Monkey.
Why are we here?
Because my girl, she got missing, and I don't know what happened to her.
Do you know that she's dead?
Yeah, that's what they said to me.
Who said that?
Monkey told the detectives that he already knew why he was being questioned. He said that a friend had called him asking about Amy and to check on him after watching a news report on Amy's murder.
Are you and Amy hooked up?
Yeah, well, I gave her
They should have released it, but
yes,
I
I
don't
gave
think
her
they should.
a ring yesterday morning.
How'd that go?
But I went to work and she was waiting for me over there at the Shell station.
Monkey claimed that the last time he had seen Amy was yesterday around 5 or 6, right after he got off work.
Cameras? CCTV?
She was wrong.
That's the call.
She says, "Hey, I'm gonna go with this because I'm gonna go buy something. I don't know what this if I was drugs or whatever." Then she walked away from me and she went across the street, McDonald's, and jumped in a vehicle.
What time was that, do you think?
Between 5 and 6, I was hurt. And I was hoping that she was in the house when I got there and she wasn't.
Did you spend the night there
That's
last night?
scary, yeah.
Yes, I did by myself. I drank a few beers and I went to sleep.
Did you get any phone calls overnight?
No.
No.
I didn't hear the phone ringing.
You don't mind if I look at your phone?
No. You go ahead.
Let me ask you this, because we're here to help Amy, right? And you're here to help Amy, too.
Yes.
Okay, for me to go all in with you, I gotta ask you this. Did you hurt her today?
No,
Did you
man.
hurt her yesterday?
No, man.
I never hurt her.
Did you ever hit her at all?
No, nope. I wouldn't do anything to Amy. She loves me, man. And I tell
Does
you
she
one
really?
thing, I love her back. I want to do justice, trust me.
I might get some DNA from you real quick.
Throughout the entire interrogation, Monkey
Justice.
kept denying having any involvement in Amy's murder. He said that even in the dire circumstances they lived in, they still loved each other wholeheartedly, and he would never want to harm Amy in any way. However, detectives found this hard to believe. His story was shaky and he didn't have any alibis. Monkey was still a suspect.
That's a
They
very
wanted to
mystery
see if there
guy.
was anything that could place Monkey at the crime scene or something that would prove that he had been in a physical altercation with Amy. And so detectives
Bro, why the title, my guy?
took Monkey's clothes and sent them for a DNA test.
Just based on what I've seen, I'm not feeling it.
No, they should have some blood on it.
We gotta take your clothes. Yeah, we're gonna give you a suit to wear.
While the detectives waited for the test results, they started going through Monkey's cell phone, and what they uncovered next cast a doubt on Monkey's story.
The suspect gave consent to examine his phone, so we're just going through it.
That's definitely her.
One of the things he tells us is that he hadn't seen the victim since, I want to say, 5 or 6 in the evening yesterday.
Okay.
Well, he's got pictures of her on his phone after dark on the parking lot out there.
Ooh,
Eager to find out what Monkey was
that's a shady monkey right there. Tell
hiding,
the truth.
detectives decided to confront him. He was called in for another round of interrogation.
You'll have to forgive me. I hadn't been in here at all. I had a couple questions, just talked to the detective a moment.
So when you left the Shell yesterday evening, what time did you leave?
Before dark.
Before dark?
Before dark.
You're going home to go to bed?
Yeah, Amy's already gone.
Okay, so last night at 9 o'clock, 9:15, somewhere in there, she was across from the McDonald's at the Shell station. Actually, that's where it was. It was over there by the Shell station. Did you hear
That's what
about
she
that?
said?
Oh, yes, that's news for me right now.
Okay, so
What?
if I can prove that's a lie, what do I believe that you've told me?
You better believe everything I told you, because when I left, it was still daylight.
Remember this?
Nope, I didn't see none of that.
None. You took these pictures with your phone
Me? What?
last
No.
night after 9 o'clock at the Shell station.
Huh? Really? Are you sure? Check it again.
That's Amy.
That's Amy. It's
Look at
time to
all
come
night.
off the bull crap and tell the truth. If she left at 6 o'clock, how are you taking pictures of her at 9 o'clock?
I don't remember doing that.
In the interrogation room,
he
things
really
were
said that?
starting to
That's
heat up.
crazy.
Even upon being confronted about the pictures, Monkey wouldn't budge. He told the detectives that he didn't remember taking those pictures and didn't know how they got there. He kept defending himself, denying being involved in Amy's murder in any way. And the detectives were done being patient with him.
If you don't remember doing that,
No.
what else don't you remember?
I don't know. But I guarantee you I didn't do that.
It seemed like Monkey was trying to make things difficult for the detectives. Investigating this case was turning out to be a nightmare for them. Their only hope of linking Monkey to Amy's murder was now relying on the DNA results. But if the results came back negative, Monkey would most likely be in the clear, which would eventually lead the detectives back to square one. They would then have to look at the possibility of someone else being involved in the gruesome murder of Amy Robertson.
I'm not convinced he did it.
Wait, what?
Sorry. I just don't see how you could do what he did without a drop of blood on him.
Do you think there's going to be
that
DNA
way, yeah,
that's
makes
going
sense.
to link him to this?
I think so. How long is it going to take us to get
How
there?
are you?
though? It's going to take a while.
Well, he has
How
enough
sure
made
you
a
are?
warrant for public intoxication. All right. There's enough discrepancy that we can't get him for murder. So let's just get him on a warrant.
We need to keep an open mind, because if it's not this guy, then who is it?
Just the next day, while
Facts.
the detectives were busy looking at other theories,
Facts.
Amy's autopsy report came in. The autopsy report confirmed that she had been viciously assaulted and strangled to death. The gruesome acts the perpetrator had inflicted on her only proved how depraved and inhumane he was. But this wasn't all. Nothing could have prepared the detectives for what they were about to uncover.
I got a call from the medical examiner. Death's going to be strangulation. A lot of contusions and fractures here.
Yeah.
He said it looked like it was right. But post-mortem, she was packed with organic matter in both cavities.
What that mean?
Dirt, mulch, debris.
Meaning
Packed.
somebody put it
Purposely put it in there.
Whoever's doing that is a sick dude.
Put what? What is that? What is that? Organic. I don't even want to shut up. Let me just shut up. I don't even want to shut up. What is that? Organic matter. What is that? Oh, dirt. They could have just said dirt. They gotta say organic matter. All right, brother, man. I guess.
Both cavities.
When you say
Dirt,
organic matter,
mulch, debris.
meaning
Packed.
somebody put it
Purposely put it in there.
Whoever's doing that is a sick dude.
Sick dude.
But here's the thing. Why are they doing it? Are they doing it to thinking they're going to cover up what they did?
No, I think it's just some. I think it's just a sicko.
You think it's a
sick
masochist?
Yeah, just a sick. Yeah.
The medical examiner. But it was something that he's never ever seen before. His theory was, yeah, maybe they're trying to cover up DNA, maybe they're trying to kind of hide things.
The case was one of a kind, something out of the ordinary. All this time they had only been investigating one lead, and that had led them nowhere. It was time to look at the details from another perspective.
So think the boyfriend did it? How long you been with boyfriend? 6 months. 6 months? That don't make no sense. I mean, I see beating up, but that's the most sadistic ass.
I don't think that the boyfriend is involved. I mean, I read something recently.
Why not though? Because he has access. All right, let's break this down with my knowledge. He has access for like to her. They're homeless, so they're homeless. On top of that, she doesn't have contact with her kids. So with that being said, he could just kill her and nothing happens. But to put dirt inside of her, that's crazy. Like, that's not the first time then. That can't be the first time.
Where a homeless female had been attacked over about a mile or two away from where Amy was found. I think we need to get crimes involved.
Got some fun to do, I guess.
Detectives classified Amy's death as a crime. Comparing it with other cases of similar nature and extent, detectives were now also looking for other possible leads while still keeping a close eye on Monkey. They began searching for other suspects with a history of similar assaults. This was when they learned about an assault case that had taken place not far from where Amy's body had been discovered. Detectives retrieved CCTV footage of the incident, and what they discovered was beyond anyone's imagination.
He's engaging her now. He's asking her for directions. She's telling him, no, it's that way. He waits for this truck to pass. Here he goes. You can see him, like, pulling. This is just another angle. And this is where he forces the oral. And then he drags her off to another location.
Is that Monkey?
Oh, yeah.
Who's that?
Aggressive.
You can tell she's trying to fight him a little bit. She's like, no.
The footage revealed a chilling scene where an unknown male was seen forcefully dragging the victim by her hand.
So my boy Monkey was not shady. He was a good monkey. That's a good monkey right there.
Before assaulting her, detectives then searched for the car seen in the CCTV footage to track down the unknown male, but could not locate it. However, based on the pattern of the crime, detectives believed that the perpetrator could be a serial. With no leads, the chances of identifying the perpetrator seen in the CCTV footage were getting thinner. Just then, detectives received a crucial piece of evidence from other officers, which could prove to be a breakthrough in the case. Authorities had collected an oral swab from the victim who had been assaulted, which contained the perpetrator's DNA, as she had been forced into oral intimacy by the assailant. If this DNA matched the male DNA found on Amy, it would confirm him as Amy's killer. So they sent his DNA sample for testing alongside the previously collected sample from Monkey. But when the results came back, they revealed an unexpected twist.
I tested swabs from the contusions, the ligature, and I have a known male that's none of the people that you provided samples of.
Neither Monkey nor the unknown male's DNA matched the one found on Amy. Both suspects turned out to be the wrong ones, and with no further leads to pursue, the case was on the verge of going cold. Then, 3 months later, detectives received a tip from the Special Victims Unit about a potential suspect in Amy's case.
I just got a phone call in reference to this one guy that they thought had done an assault. His name is Michael Dixon. The victim of that assault was Dixon's girlfriend, and she actually knew Amy. She was talking about how he had made some statements in reference to Amy. He had said, that bitch got what she deserved. And she goes, what are you talking about? She goes, yeah, she was shot and stabbed. He goes, that bitch wasn't shot and stabbed. She was beat, and she got what she deserved.
What made Michael Dixon the prime suspect was that his girlfriend knew Amy. This created a possible link between him and Amy. Additionally, detectives learned that Michael used to assault his girlfriend as well.
So he just put the dirt just cuz?
The facial injuries she had sustained from the assault were strikingly similar to those found on Amy. With all this new evidence in hand, detectives brought Michael in for an interrogation. First, detectives showed him photos of Amy and the crime scene to observe his reaction.
What's the
I
point
want
of
to
the
talk
dirt?
to you about a few things.
What's the point of
This
the
is
dirt?
an aerial photo of this business here called the Las Americas. This restaurant here, have you ever seen it before?
Probably passing out of random, but it's had no.
Great. Have you ever seen her before?
I don't know her name.
Okay. Her name is Amy. Have you ever heard of Amy?
No, sir.
Okay, so you've never had sex with this female, right?
I don't know, bro. No. I don't know her, bro.
Good. Well, if you've never had sex with that girl, that's perfect. I'd like to get your DNA.
All right.
That's all right?
Yeah.
Unaware that his girlfriend had already told the detectives that he knew Amy, Michael kept denying it.
No.
Seeing that Michael wouldn't budge, they collected his DNA sample with his consent. But the moment the swab was taken, there was an unexpected shift in his demeanor. He started speaking about Amy on his own.
What are you talking about here? What's wrong?
Well, she's dead.
She's dead?
Yeah.
She's trying to say I killed her something, bro?
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that she's dead.
Like, how's my base being brought to this girl, bro? I don't understand that.
Your girlfriend said that she was mentioning something about Amy, that she had been killed or found dead.
She said some girl was trying to dumpster, bro. That's what she's done.
Okay.
You know, like stabbed her or something, man.
All right. And what was your response to that?
I would tell her, yeah.
He continued to deny everything,
No, that's
trying to
crazy.
distance himself from the allegations. Sensing his
Well, there's not
evasiveness,
really
the
any
detective
proof of
leaned
that
in,
he said that.
confronting him with the hard fact they already had.
Did you say anything about the bitch got what she deserved?
I never said, sir, Bill. Brilliant. No, sir. No.
Would you tell me if you did?
If I did, yeah, I'll tell you. I know you're a detective, man. I appreciate that. As far as the girl, bro, I didn't kill her, bro. I don't know her. You trying to say I killed that girl, bro? That's bull, man.
Okay. Sit tight, man.
Michael
crazy.
kept denying killing Amy, and the
That's crazy,
detectives
that's
didn't
crazy,
have
that's
enough
crazy.
evidence to
That-
connect him to the
that
murder
is-
yet. Letting him go now would be a huge risk. And so, they arrested him for domestic assault against his girlfriend. Detectives' hopes for solving the mystery were now relying on Michael's DNA test. But 3 weeks later, when the results came in,
3 weeks?
everything
That's crazy.
changed. Michael's DNA sample was not a
Oh
match.
my
And with
God.
that,
Wait.
Michael too was ruled out as a prime suspect.
Who she was
Once
fucking,
again,
eh?
the detectives were left without any leads. Now they had only one option at their disposal.
We're going to continue to collaborate with sex crimes for them to be able to share with me who's people in the downtown area. We'll continue to swab people as we come across them over in that area. Hopefully, at some point in time, we'll get a match.
Detectives kept searching for individuals with a history of crimes
But
in the
the dirt,
surrounding
focus
areas,
on the dirt.
hoping it would bring them closer to the perpetrator. But nothing turned up. The investigation went on, and a year went by with no significant developments in the case.
That's wild.
However, the detectives' hopes were restored when they received a major breakthrough from the Special Victims Unit.
Liz Egan of the Special Victims Unit called me, and she said that they had a guy that they had arrested for. He was convicted of first-degree rape on that particular case, and they got his DNA. She thought that he might be a good match for the Amy Robertson case.
Detectives turned their attention to Dennis Kurtz, a 40-year-old
wait,
man
he's not
who had
caught yet.
previously been convicted for
Yes,
first-degree
but
rape.
the third.
With the dates of his
the
parole
third-
aligning with Amy's murder, they believed Dennis could be her killer. Dennis's DNA had been tested during the previous incarceration, so investigators already had his full DNA profile on record. So when Dennis's DNA was compared to the male DNA found on Amy, the results exposed a stunning revelation.
The DNA that they collected from him on that particular case
Yo, what's up?
and had it compared to our case, and it turns out it's a match.
Let's
Got DNA
go.
on both of her legs and the
W.
ligature that's around her neck.
Finally, we
And
found
then
him.
it was confirmed. Dennis was the perpetrator. After a lengthy investigation,
Let's go.
even
We
though the
found him.
detectives were finally able to identify Dennis as the
Facts.
perpetrator, a lot of things remained a mystery, such as Dennis's connection to Amy and his motive for committing such a horrific crime. To uncover the truth, they went to the prison to question him. When shown pictures of several women, including Amy, he adamantly denied knowing any of them.
I brought some pictures with me
What?
just to see if any of these girls look familiar to you.
Your
That's
DNA
it.
is on her,
Take
so
your
you're
time,
cooked.
thumb through there. No. All of these girls, no. Never had any contact with them, never touched them, never had sex with them or nothing.
No, after I know.
Once again, this is another picture of a girl. You ever had sex with her? She doesn't look familiar?
No.
You're cooked.
The detectives soon realized that he wouldn't confess easily, so they confronted him with the strongest evidence they had against him.
Well, this girl had been murdered. Yeah. And your DNA is all over her.
No.
Yeah. Here's the deal. We've both been doing this for a long time.
You sure?
We know that sometimes it happens and people get scared. No, listen to me.
That's not, that's serious.
Oh, I know it's serious.
I don't know nothing about that.
Well, your DNA is all over her. Okay.
No, there's no way. There's no way.
Your DNA, man, is definitive. It's
Okay.
There's nobody else on the planet.
I understand what DNA is.
So why would it be on her if you didn't kill her?
There's not an explanation. I don't have an explanation for you. I want an attorney.
Okay. The reason why you don't have anything to say is because you, in cold blood, freaking brutally attacked that chick. She was a mother and she's got grandkids. She had a dad that's been devastated.
Damn.
Okay. No, I want you to know
L
this
person,
because
bro.
this is something that you're going to know about for the
L
rest of your life.
person, man. L person.
His response was shockingly cold and devoid of any remorse. Despite the pressure, he revealed nothing and did not explain why his DNA was found on Amy. It was frustrating for the detectives to walk away with no information from him. They still had work to do.
L.
They dug a little deeper into his background and learned that he
L.
was married to a woman named Pamela Kurtz. Hoping
L.
for answers, they reached out to
L.
Pamela, but nothing could have prepared them for what she revealed during the interview.
I work in the homicide unit, and I'm working a case that happened in April of 2017. Was he living with you at that time?
On and off. He was constantly going for like nights, days, whenever. But there was a situation. This very well could have been around that time. I believe he was going downtown for a job of some sort. He had a dress shirt on. Later on, I met him and he had a different shirt on. And he said I had to get a different shirt because, the other one had blood on it. And it wasn't my blood.
Okay. This case that I'm working happened here in Tulsa.
Is it a female?
It is. It is. And his DNA is all over.
He already knew.
She was a mother and grandmother, and she was dumped in a dumpster.
I'm sorry.
And I'm wanting to say it's around that same time that I'm talking about. He said he had found a body in a dumpster, and some people saw him, and so he could be getting into a lot of trouble. I just thought it was just a bunch of smoke that he's blowing. Oh.
Pamela was horrified to learn of her husband's connection to Amy's assault and murder. Pamela's revelation made it clear that Dennis had lied to her, spinning a fabricated story about discovering a dead body in a dumpster. When searching for a motive behind such a sinful act, detectives found no personal connection between Amy and Dennis.
The dirt.
Additionally, there was no evidence suggesting that the assault and murder were premeditated. Dennis was believed to be a predatory serial rapist who actively sought out victims, and tragically that day, Amy became one of his victims.
That's crazy.
Fortunately, with compelling evidence against Dennis, there was no way for him to escape justice.
Okay.
Homicide Detective Jason
That's not
White
unfortunate.
today presented the case to the District Attorney's Office. They found sufficient probable cause to believe the suspect, Dennis John Kurtz, committed the crimes of first-degree rape and first-degree murder, and a felony warrant was issued for his arrest in the homicide of Amy Robertson.
Dennis faced charges of first-degree murder and during the trial, 6 other women who were raped, beaten, and strangled in the past by Dennis also came forward to testify. During the trial, even more disturbing facts about Dennis came to light. It was revealed that he had once attacked and strangled his pregnant girlfriend until she lost consciousness. Not only that, but he also threatened to rip her unborn child from her womb. With each revelation of his crimes, he was exposed as the monster he was. On November 9th, 2021, after a lengthy trial, he was found guilty of Amy's rape and murder and sentenced to...
I'm gonna call it right now. I'm not looking at it. I heard sentence and I'm not looking at it. I'm gonna say around 25, 30 years, because they just I don't know why, but they just like that. I'm not looking at it. Where's the arrow?
After a lengthy trial, he was found guilty of Amy's rape and murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Oh, finally! Finally, I hear, bro.
Amy's family finally received justice.
After all the videos I have watched for the past 2-3 days, I never heard life without parole
and a sense of closure.
Finally,
this is
bro.
a case that's haunted,
That's
not just me,
Tulsa.
but others in this unit, because it's just one of the more horrific, sickening types of cases. And really, when you look at the big picture and all the work that's been done, I'm glad we're where we're at today, and he's off the streets. More than anything, I hope that Amy's dad gets some closure and some justice.
The pain of her loss was immense, but she would always be remembered in the hearts of those who loved her. Before we conclude, we want to extend our heartfelt condolences for Amy Robertson and her loved ones. What are your thoughts on this case? Why are assault cases rising to alarming levels? What steps can be taken to prevent such crimes? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. We would love to hear from you. And don't forget
to like and subscribe to me, Wick. Let's go.